Joined us. We're talking to the Department of Communications and the various agencies and departments that make up the department, and we want you to tell us what your thoughts are, what your concerns are, perhaps suggestions that you might have, and you can do that at Morning Live SABC. But we also joined here in Fourways by a group of people that have joined us as, again, various stakeholders from local media to authorities as well, and we'll be getting their input in this conversation. But we definitely want to hear from you. And in fact, I want to start on Twitter, because often we forget that there's another whole audience there. And I saw a question earlier, and it says, and I suppose this is one that talks to making sure everybody has access, Minister. Ntota Mashilo says, Minister, why Steelport area in Limpopo doesn't have a free TV signal coverage from SABC for the past 10 years to date? Perhaps you and COO can answer that question.
Yes, we are moving towards a digital era. This whole issue of digital migration is going to address the concern of the viewer there. So it's a reality, DTT is here.
Right.
Cabinet has approved the policy in March, and then over the past 4 months, we've been working around the clock to make sure that indeed DT happens in South Africa. So his issues will be addressed as a matter of agency. We've announced in our budget speech that within 18 to 24 months, we'll be rolling out this digital migration program. So Steelport will be connected. They will be having to have TV of good quality. So I can assure the resident that side.
All right. CEO, coverage has been a big concern.
From SABC, we are working with Santec. We are still making sure that we cover all provinces. We have signed a contract with Santec to speed up that process of making sure that people are able to access whether it's radio or television, because even some of the places, they don't have radio. So that is the project that we are working on. The Minister just alluded to the issue that when we migrate, it will be better for all South Africans, because all the platforms of SABC radio stations, they will be everywhere. So that is what we are calling it universal access. But what we have done, even from SABC, and I'm happy that the chairperson of ICASA is here, because they have just given us a letter to agree with us that universal access, especially on radio, it should be in Cape Town if you listen to Motsoeneng FM everywhere. But the only limitation is because it will be in that platform of multi-choice. But moving forward, people who have whatever, they will be able to listen to different radio stations in different provinces. That is part of universal access.
Okay. Minister, you've mentioned this digital migration. I know that's one of your big themes going forward. We're going to miss the analog switch-off date, 17 June, I believe. And what is that going to mean? What is that going to mean for ordinary citizens at home, that we're not going to catch this deadline set by the ITU? How will that affect us? What are the consequences of missing that deadline? And then from that deadline onwards, when will we switch on to digital?
Okay. Yes, like I've indicated, we have been handed the project over the last 4 months. And myself with the team that side, they are here. We've been working around the clock. Our first priority was to get the policy approved by Cabinet, which we got. And then also the emphasis of it was the policy to that effect, to say, as the South African government, we're going to subsidize 5 million poor TV household owners for free. They're going to get set-top box for free. And then also USASA, the agency, has since finalized the tender and allocated the tender to set-top box manufacturer. They are busy as we're speaking now. They are finalizing the negotiation regarding the allocations of the manufacturers. So we have also started an engagement with our neighboring countries because our focus was mainly on those communities in South Africa that are living in the borderlines. These are the ones that we feel we need to first prioritize them in the sense that they shouldn't be affected by the issue of spectrum frequency interference. We have already had bilaterals with Botswana. And then the beauty about it with Botswana, there's no area wherein our people that are staying in the neighboring boundaries of Botswana that's going to be affected. 2 days ago, we were in Lesotho, wherein we have identified 2 areas in the country. If we didn't have some memorandum of cooperation with Lesotho, then our people were going to be affected. But like I've indicated, we are working around the clock to say that we are going to go back to Cabinet soon to announce the switch-on date, so save also the switch-off date. But our undertaking was that in the next 18 to 24 months, we should have rolled out this project. So I can assure the communities we are in the dual illumination period. There's not going to be any blackout, as people say it and perpetuate it. And the other thing, as we're having bilaterals with the other countries, our country is far ahead. Like we've been in Botswana. They still have to finalize their policy issues. They've not yet even decided on how they're going to roll out the set-top box. So you can see, we can assure the citizens together with our entities that we're working around the clock to make sure that this digital migration become a reality.
All right, Minister, we're going to continue our conversation, but we have to take another break, and we'll be back shortly taking your questions as well as the audience here. Stay with us.